We the best around.
We designated Spittaz live every week. Designated homie cause we sticky heat. We designated Spittaz, Francis and Pete. Talking Yankee baseball, hip-hop or the streets. We designated, we innovative. We designated Spittaz time, what you know. We designated, we innovative. We designated Spittaz, let's start the show.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for Designated Spittaz. I mean, I guess today it's kind of Designated Spitter, but anyway, we got some stuff to talk about today. Before I move anywhere, move forward at all, guys, remember, like, share on the YouTube side, subscribe. Also, to make sure you're taking care of it over there on iTunes. Leave a 5-star review. Guys, do not forget to do that. And look, we are entering some exciting times right now as New York Yankee fans. The Yankees are working their way. They're already clinched in, but they're working their way into what that playoff roster is going to look like. And look, they got questions. We got some more concerns now that kind of just came out of the blue, right? Clay Holmes not pitching. Was Zach Britton even going to be part of anything? But Zach Britton is gone. He's back on the IL, on fatigue. See you later. Adios. What is the pitching staff going to look like? We saw nasty Nestor pitch just yesterday, and he was phenomenal. He was outstanding. I mean, we're probably going to start there with Nestor. We're going to move on to Aaron Judge. We're going to move on to what the playoff roster may look like and what kind of what's going to make the biggest difference for this team going forward. So, guys, really, without further ado, I'm doing the Designated Spitting today, and we are going to talk. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Aaron James Judge. You guys heard the call that I got for 61. We are still waiting on 62. And the crazy thing is, in just a few minutes, an hour or so, we're closing in on game time. If there's going to be a game, Aaron Judge's last home game of the regular season. So if Judge does not do it in Yankee Stadium with this game coming up, he'll have to do it in Texas as the Yankees finish their season against the Rangers. One away. I predicted he ends up with 64. Look, Aaron Judge could go to Texas maybe today. Who knows what he does? And smack some balls around and make some things happen. But he got to get pitched to, man. You know, the Orioles, I'll give him some credit here because they had him in yesterday's game in some 3-2 counts, and they went out. They struck him out a couple of times. He did get hit by a pitch. He did walk. But Aaron Judge is still out there doing his thing and looking for this homer. At the end of the day, he has to get pitched to. He has to get pitched. Now, people were saying, well, the Orioles are out of it. Just go at him. There's not a lot of guys that, I mean, there's some guys that will be cool with being like, you know what? At the end of the day, I am now a part of Major League Baseball history. Like, that name is going to be associated with Aaron Judge in Cooperstown because you got to remember, when Judge breaks that, that's a part of history. That's a part of baseball history. That will be in Cooperstown. That so-and-so gave up Judge's 62nd home run, which is now the American League all-time home run record. And you might have some guys being like, you know what? If that's the case, that's the case. I'm going at him. But you may also have some guys like, you know what? I'm not even going to risk it. I don't want that to be what I'm known for. And some guys, you never know this too, might be like, hey, man, I'll take it. You know, I'll take that shit. I'm cool with it. Sign me up. Here's an 84 mile an hour. When I say that shit slip, and bam, there goes my history. I'm cool with it. Ain't no big deal to me. But Aaron Judge, you guys already know. I mean, I've talked about him so much. I call every single Yankee game, and there almost feels like there's not much more you can continue to say about Aaron Judge, about how great this guy is. And I know during the game, there was a lot of stuff in the live chat about what is that contract going to look like? Do you front load it? How many years do you go? Will the Yankees be willing to go 10 years? There's already been a report out there that they may not be willing to go 10 years and things of that nature. But I tell you what, guys. Aaron Judge is phenomenal. And this is the way I'm looking at it. Yes, I am going to be looking into the offseason a lot. As you guys know, it's what we do here at NyynewsTV. We provide content. But we also provide insight onto what's going on, what the Yankees' thoughts may be. If there's a juicy rumor I get, I'll talk about it. If I hear something, I'll talk about it. You guys know already what we did at the deadline. I mean, the only network you could talk about that broke the 2 largest deals that the New York Yankees made way before anybody else, right here at NyynewsTV. So at the end of the day, if we got something on Judge, that would be a dream come true. But anything we hear, I'm going to put out there for you guys, and we're going to talk about it. But for right now, I'll tell you guys this. I am just truly enjoying the season that Aaron Judge is putting up. It is phenomenal. There's not enough words I can say about it. I feel like I've been on repeat the last couple of days, even videos, because what else do you say about what Aaron Judge has done? I mean, you really got to take it in the moment, and sometimes you can't, because I know for a fact, right, if it was just regular old Pete again, and I'm just sitting back, drinking, watching a game. Hey, look, oh man, damn, Judge hit another one. 61, oh my God, hey, he did it. Can't believe it. You know, let me get on Twitter, boom, boom, boom. But when you call games, I'll be honest with you guys, it almost feels like you're a part of it. And it's a due diligence for you to make that call and to make that call right and really put your feelings out there. And I did that, man. When I said, hey, Roger, you got company. You know, that is the first thought that came in my head is that Roger Maris, you're no longer alone. And we already know what Roger Maris Jr. said, that he feels like when Judge hits 62, he is the all-time record holder. And I'm not here to even discuss that. Just that the fact of the matter is, again, the story. And I keep going back to the idea of the story. This guy turned down $200+ million from the Yankees and banked on himself. Came out here and did what he's done right now, which I don't believe anybody would have ever guessed this. I think if everybody at the beginning of the year put it on a piece of paper and said, guys, this is what Aaron Judge's numbers look like at the end of the year. Let's just say, for an example, he wins the Triple Crown. He breaks the all-time record. He hit 62 homers, wins the Triple Crown. He's going to win the Triple Crown. He's also going to break Roger Maris's record. He's doing all that. I do not believe there would have been many fans that would be like, no doubt, yeah, definitely. I think a lot of fans would have been like, batting title? You know what I mean? I think that's the one everybody would have went to. Batting title? He's going to, wait. All right, I get the fact that Aaron Judge could hit 60 homers. I mean, he hit 52 in his rookie season, and now he's obviously a better player overall now. But 62 home runs, and hold on. Batting title? Aaron Judge is going to hit 313, 314, 315, 316? Ain't no friggin' way. Like, the idea that, I was talking about this yesterday a little, the idea that this guy has really turned himself into this unbelievable, complete ball player, to me is just batshit crazy how good this guy is. And he banked on himself. You got those videos in the offseason where Judge is like, yeah, I'm hitting 50 plus again this year. And the dude just goes out there and does it. And I mean, puts on a show while doing it. When Judge first came up and we saw him that rookie year and any other year before it, in the minor leagues and things like that, everybody knew Aaron Judge had mammoth power. But is Aaron Judge going to be another guy that hits 210 and could hit 30 homers a season? And some people might have sat back and be like, you know what, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. Aaron Judge wasn't. Aaron Judge said batting average is king. He said that this year when he was talking about guys like DJ LeMahieu and people like that. And Aaron Judge wanted to be a better ball player. And the story behind Aaron Judge, forget just the home run chase, but the story behind who and what Aaron Judge is and symbolizes for the New York Yankees, and I think Major League Baseball, I agree with Roger Maris Jr. I think Aaron Judge is the face of Major League Baseball. I don't care if you want to say, oh, Ohtani, or this one or that one. No one in baseball is more relatable in what he's doing than Aaron Judge and the way that he's doing it. There ain't nobody out there like Aaron Judge. Nobody. He is the face of Major League Baseball, and I do believe in my heart, I hope I'm right, that he will continue to be a New York Yankee and be named the captain of this team, because I tell you what, Aaron Judge does so many things right that some of the things that even I have got mad at him about, maybe some of the little leadership things, some of the comments said, some of the this and that, you don't always got to be that guy, though. You don't always got to be that guy. We don't know what Judge does in the locker room. We don't know. We see what he does on the field. We see the bat do the talking. We see the fielding do the talking. We see the camaraderie between players. Me personally, there's some things I've seen where I'm like, I don't like that. But never once did I ever say, man, just get off. Get him out of here. I don't like this. There's never been that. There's been some negative things I don't like. Throwing Donaldson under the bus. And some people may say, Pete, that's a little pick. Not sticking up for the Yankee fans when it came to the Miles Straw incident. There's a couple of things where I'm like, as the leader of this club, I need to see that. Others may not see it that way, and that's okay, but that's me personally. And, my beliefs and the way I go about things are there. You know what I mean? I let it known. I don't sit back. I tell you guys like it is. I've always done that. I think that is one of the main reasons why this channel has grown the way it has. And it's also not only that I am the boss of NyynewsTV, but I love that persona of the boss in the sense of a George Steinbrenner type. He was like that. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell it just like it is. And hey, it's like that time, the 98 clip I got when the Yankees fought the Warriors. Like, hey, we took it right to them. If you lose games, at least you win fights. You know what I mean? That's the personality that I love, and I want to see that sometimes out of players. And Aaron Judge is already an intimidating guy, but he's also very much Derek Jeter-like, where I'm not really going to go there. I'm talking all about the team. It's all about the team. It's all about the team. And that's maybe that's a quality that only some people have, where they can kind of blend in both of those very easily. I know me, I'm an emotional guy, so in the sense of my emotion is usually read very easily. I can't hide it. If I'm angry, you're probably going to know I'm angry, even on a stream. If I'm frustrated, you might know I'm frustrated. It's just who I am, man. It's who I am. If I was in a Godfather, probably would have been Sonny Corleone and I'd have been dead. Quite honest with you guys. There's times when I am a mastermind, but there's times when it gets the best of me, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Not a great trait to have, by the way. So kids, learn from Pete. Thank God I've been a much better person over the last couple of years, ever since I had some help. I'll leave it there. Aaron Judge is just phenomenal, and I'm hoping that if we get a game today, he does it at Yankee Stadium, because I do believe it belongs there. I mean, the record is still connected to the Yankees if Aaron Judge breaks it, which alone is a story in itself. It almost feels like a New York Yankee record as it is. But we are going to get ready to discuss really the second topic that I really want to get into, because this guy has really just been phenomenal. I mean, really amazing all season long. And, people talk a lot of times about consistency and, how good is he at this? How good is that? Well, I tell you guys what, man. Nestor Cortez. And I'm gonna start right there with Nestor Cortez. I'm gonna pull it up on my other monitor up here so I can see the exact numbers that I want to look at. But Nestor Cortez, guys, has been so good. And if you see the pop-up right here, it says Nestor the Ace. Now, do I want to sit here and bash Garrett Cole? No, because I've already told you guys, I have zero expectations for what Garrett Cole is going to do the remainder of the season, including in the postseason. So I am walking in to however many more Garrett Cole starts we have this year with no expectation. So either I could sit there and go, I knew it, or I could say, oh man, he finally did it. He did it. And if it's the latter and he does it, Yankees' chances get desperately better. But let's look at Nestor Cortez real quick, guys. Nestor's pitching to a 3.9 WAR this year. He's 11-4, Let me actually get this on this side so I can see better. I'm blind. 2.56 ERA in 27 games, 151 innings, 151 strikeouts. So when you look at Nestor Cortes on the year, he does have one shutout this year, one complete game, almost had one yesterday, but didn't get to go the whole thing. But look at these numbers, 151 innings. I think the thing that jumps out at me the most, I'll be honest with you, 107 hits in 151 innings for Nestor Cortes. He is pitching to so many great things this year for the New York Yankees. Now, if you look overall, last year was only 93 innings, but he had his best strikeout per 9. 10 strikeouts per 9. This year's down to 9, which is actually, if you really, even though there's only been 7 innings pitched in 2020, 66 in 2019, 2018, 4.2. But of all the seasons he pitched, let's say 65 plus innings, it's his lowest in his Ks per 9, which is rather interesting to think of. But, there's other things he's done better than he's ever done. One of those being his walks per 9, 2.1. That's a big drop. That's a 0.3 drop from last year. The previous year, which would have been 2019, where he pitched 66 innings, that was at 3.8. Then you go over to the home runs per 9. In 2019, 2.2. Last year in 2021, 1.4. This year it's down to 1. Here is the difference in Nestor Cortes overall. Hits per 9. Hits per 9 for Nestor Cortes. If you go to 2019, and the reason, guys, I'm using 2019, 2021, and 2022, is the only 3 seasons where he's thrown over 65 innings pitched. So I feel like that's only fair. Now, in 2019, I just want everybody to be aware of what I'm doing here. He only made 1 start. In 2021, 14 starts. This year, of course, everything has been a start. 27 starts. He's never slowed down. But you go back to that year, 10.1 hits per 9. That's 2019. 2021, 7.3. This year, 6.4. So yes, the K numbers may have dropped slightly. And there's not even a large sample size here to really base this off of. But when your walks drop that much, your Ks could drop a little bit too, and you're still where you need to be. But the hits and the homers allowed are the major difference in what we're seeing from Nestor Cortes this year. And in reality, Nestor, again, I mean, you look at his FIP is still 3.25, so a little higher than where his ERA is. But just the overall season, there has not been a more consistent pitcher than Nestor Cortes for the New York Yankees this year. Now, is there any chance, as a lot of Yankee fans are saying out there, that Nestor Cortes should get the start in Game 1? No, guys. That is not going to happen. Now, as many of us, not including me, I've never said this, I think Gerrit Cole will be the Game 1 starter. I think that's the right call. I think Gerrit Cole should be the Game 1 starter. Nestor Cortes, in my opinion, is Game 2. Game 3 to me is Severino. And Game 4, I think you decide on Herman and Taillon. Taillon, to his credit, has looked better as of late. Curveball looks a lot sharper. Command looked a lot better. So if he's going on one of those runs, he might be your guy. But Domingo Herman has also looked good all year. Even looked good in his last start. Got off to a rough start in that first inning. I believe he gave him a home run. But other than that, he was absolutely fantastic. I mean, you look at Gerrit Cole's WAR, it is less than Nestor Cortes. Nestor Cortes is just pitched to a 3.9. Gerrit Cole's at a 2.5. Take that as you may. I'm not here to knock Gerrit Cole. I'm not here to compare the two in reality. I'm just simply saying Gerrit Cole's ERA is about a full run higher. Now, Gerrit Cole's a much more dominating pitcher. Gerrit Cole has one of his better strikeout numbers this season. I mean, if you go ahead and look at where he is, I mean, nothing's going to compare to the years in Houston. I mean, the years in Houston, we've never seen that from Gerrit Cole, just to be fair. The closest you got would have been more last year K number wise. K number wise would have been more last season, to be fair. Garrett Cole got 248 strikeouts this year, but we never seen anything like his 2019 season when he had 326 Ks. Even though he only pitched a little bit of time in 2020, that year he made 12 starts. He still wasn't the guy he was with Houston. Now, we could talk about Spider Tack and all that. Like I said, I'm not going to jump down the rabbit hole right now with Garrett Cole. That's for another time. We probably will eventually do that and discuss that. But he has not been that guy that we seen in Houston. But when it comes to a playoff roster, it's Garrett Cole, Nestor Cortes, who I'll give Nestor Cortes this. The most consistent pitcher this year? No doubt about it. Nestor Cortes easily gets that. He gets that award easily without a debate, without a fight. That award is all Nestor Cortes. You take it and you run with it, my guy. You have deserved it, right? He has deserved it. Nobody's upset with that. It is all Nestor Cortes, no doubt about it. Then you go, I think Luis Severino, as long as he's healthy, he's looked healthy. He was supposed to pitch today's game, but Chichi Gonzalez is going to get that start. And then he will be moved to Arlington, Texas to make his next scheduled start. But Severino's healthy. He gets that game 3, in my opinion. Game 4, like I said, you figure out between your guy Herman or Jameson Taillon. Moving on from the last topic I want to discuss today. The Yankees playoff roster. Now, there's a couple of things up in the air. Not much, guys. I'm going to have a video coming out probably Monday, tomorrow, where I discuss Oswald Peraza and why is this guy not the starting shortstop for this team. Makes no sense to me, and I think I track it back to what the Yankees have done a lot of here recently, and that is analytics. I think it tracks back to analytics. That is why Aaron Boone was so adamant about really protecting IKF and his defense. And he's the best defensive shortstop in the league nonsense, which got Peraza his call-up because Aaron Boone went on and made himself like an asshole. And people were like, yeah, this is... You're causing riots out here. You got cats outside Yankee Stadium saying, call up Peraza. Like, they were hot that Aaron Boone had the audacity to go out there and say this. And on top of that, say it multiple times. He went out there and said it multiple times. Not just once. So cats were fed up. But I don't want to stick on that because that's not going to happen. Should it happen? Yes. If the Yankees really wanted to field their best team, top to bottom in the lineup, all that fun stuff, that's the way that it should go. No doubt about it. That is the way that it should go, is that Peraza should be the shortstop for the Yankees. But that's not going to happen, so we're not going to waste a ton of time on it. When it comes to the roster, I think the big thing you're looking at now is Stanton's not going to play the outfield. Where does Aaron Hicks stand? Who's going to play third base? Is DJ LeMahieu healthy enough to make the roster? Or do you stick with Josh Donaldson knowing he's healthy? Because look, the way Gleyber Torres has hit as of late and Oswald Peraza has hit as of late, you can't move those guys. Your best defensive center fielder is Harrison Bader. And let's be fair here for a second. I just want to pull him up real quick because Harrison Bader, as he looked like he was getting into maybe a little bit of a mini slump with the Yankees, but then he just picked it right back up and turned it right back on and had a couple of hits with the Yankees, a couple of doubles, and this does not have it updated. So let me go to his actual MLB page because I want to get his exact numbers. They may not show it exactly with just the Yankees. But let's see. Because he really was struggling. He was 4 of his last 23. And that is, of course, since he's been a Yankee. So he's tailed off early. He tailed off as of late. He started to slow down a little bit. But let's see here if I can pull this up. Yeah, I thought that was correct. So after the 2 more hits again today, he's back to 235 with the Yankees. No real sexy number there. Got another double, got another hit. But let me be honest here. That 235 average with speed, great defense, great arm, clutch he's been a little bit since with the Yankees. You don't want to throw that one in there, but with the positive he does even at 235, he's playing center field. You got to keep him out there. He could change the game immediately. Cabrera, got to stay out there. This kid is getting better every time you watch him. Today, he really just missed 2 homers by about that much on the bat. 2 deep fly outs. Not today, I'm sorry, yesterday. 2 deep fly outs to right field. Just missed them. But you look at this team as a overall, and the bullpen is my main concern right now. John Loizaga is going to have to get more later in games. We know that Clay Holmes is not even going to throw a ball the rest of the season, and we're going to depend on him in the postseason? That's not really a recipe for success. Aroldis Chapman, basically, in my opinion, now walks onto the roster. Lou Trevino's been really good. Efros has not looked as sharp since he was before the injury. So you're going to have to see him in Texas for a little bit and get it going, maybe even today. You're going to have to give these guys some reps before these final few games are done to say, who are the guys I can trust? Who's closing out big games for the Yankees in the postseason? If Holmes isn't there, is it going to be Chapman again? Is Johnny Lowe going to get the nod? Trevino's going to be late in games? Is he the fireman maybe? What is he? What are these guys? Where's Wandy? Is he not coming back? Who's the lefties out the pen? Lucas Licky makes it. It's just a lot to deal with, but you can really see what is concern there for the Yankees going into the postseason, even with their roster. Now, could they use some of those starters as relief pitchers? Could they use Severino more as a relief pitcher to just dominate? Sure, but you also need starters. Could Domingo Germán fill that void? There's even rumors that Aaron Boone even said that Frankie Montas may be an opener, which I don't want to see an opener. The Yankees don't execute this stuff good. Leave it alone. You don't need it. Don't fucking change shit you don't got to do. You got enough starters. Leave it alone. Run with it. Do I like Montas as a relief pitcher? Not really. I would like to see him then before you go into postseason. But these are the tough decisions the Yankees are going to have to make. Who do we run with? Does Oswald Peraza make the postseason roster as a pinch runner? Does Aaron Hicks even make the roster? Should he make the roster? What's the value of him on the roster? Cabrera is a switch hitter. What's the value of him? He's never going to play center field over Bader. And I think most people would say if something happened to Bader, I'd rather Judge in center field. Stanton's not going to the outfield. Is LeMahieu on the roster? Is he a better option than Josh Donaldson, who had a decent game yesterday? And we know what his glove does. He's sure-handed at third base. IKF is a whole nother story. Like I said, I'll have a video about that on Monday. But there's not much I can talk about with IKF. I don't think he should be the Yankee shortstop. That's simple. So, looking at today's game, if this game is going to be played, we know there's going to be a bit of rain. Kyle Bradish is 4-7 with a 5.11 ERA. He will go for the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees will throw out Chichi Gonzalez. Yankees 97-60. Orioles 81-77. Let's go ahead real quick before we wrap this up and look up Chichi Gonzalez and see what he has done overall this year. I remember Chichi Gonzalez when he pitched for Texas back in 2015 it was. Yep, 2015, 2016. So for Milwaukee this year, he's pitched for Minnesota and Milwaukee. Total numbers overall, he has pitched in 6 games. 4 of those games he has started. 18 1/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, 24 hits. Yeah, we're going to click off that page. We ain't interested. With that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up this episode of Designated Spitter as it is right now. But last and not least, guys, go to manscaped.com. Make sure you use the code Spittaz20. Again, that is Spittaz20 at manscaped.com. Get 20% off, free shipping. Go hook yourself up. The performance package, I always say that's the go-to. Get the performance package. Get familiar with the products. But these cats got deodorant now, shampoo, body wash, all them John Johns. All them John Johns. And you gonna want them. Because you want to be clean, damn it. You're dirty. It's like I said about Nestor today. You're nasty. You're nasty. Don't be nasty. Go get your stuff. Go get that Manscaped. And guys, you already know the deal, fam. We would never come whack on a Designated Spittaz track. Until next time, I am the boss, Pete Simonetti. I'm out. Adios, fam.